Back in the 90s, the gaming world was set ablaze with many innovators, but none were more infamous to the media at the time than Midway's Mortal Kombat in the arcades and id Software's Doom on the PC. Doom not only broke new ground and set new precedents in the medium, but also became the cornerstone of a whole new genre, one that to this day still dominates the industry. But with 2016 came new beginnings for the series, with a revamped version of Doom releasing for current-day consoles as well as PCs. Hey guys, Drak here, and today we're taking a look at this new entry in the Doom series to see if it lives up to the legacy, or if Bethesda and id should have spent their money on other new projects. So let's find out. The story for the games has always been fairly basic considering other titles in the genre, but this isn't necessarily a flaw, as most of the time it takes a backseat to the gameplay. Now that being said, let's discuss the story here. You awaken from a stone tomb, ready to kick ass in a remote research station on Mars, only to find out that a portal to hell has been opened over it, and is turning all the former residents into demons, and it's up to you to close the rift between the realms. Along the way, you will come across two researchers that serve as exposition of what went on before you were awakened. One is Dr. Samuel Hayden, who is more machine now than man, but maybe lacking the twisted and evil, or so the plot would have you believe. The other is Dr. Olivia Pierce, who is supposedly responsible for the rift, and is trying to open a complete portal to hell for her demon masters. Overall, this isn't a bad premise, but not a real complex one either. But again, story isn't where Doom shines, and therefore can be given a curve in this case, since gameplay usually makes up for this in the series. We're moving on to the visuals now, and Doom has them nailed down. The game narrows the areas to the base on Mars and Hell, and both are splendidly realistic given the engine. Now, some might complain that this isn't enough to be diverse, but for Doom it's acceptable as you're mostly focused on the monsters coming at you, which is really where the visuals shine. Each creature is horrific, grotesque, and a great homage to the previous titles, and what you can do now with the franchise on current day machines. Even what little you see of the character shows the level of polish id put into this game to get it right, and overall pays respect to the legacy, but also paves a way for the future of the series. So for gameplay here, there isn't a whole lot to explain. While Doom is the granddad of all shooters, id Software also took the time to innovate with their franchise as well as continue to polish what fans have known for so long. Along with bringing in new systems to manage your weapons and upgrade your suit via talent systems like in other shooters, we can also get what feels to be a staple to this new series with the glory kill mechanics. If an enemy has incurred enough damage, they'll begin to glow, which means if you're in range, you get to perform a glory kill. Kind of like a first-person fatality on that enemy, and get bonus health and ammo as a result. Now along with that, they also modified some old weapons like the chainsaw to act like a limited instant glory kill with the added bonus of giving tons of bonus ammo as a result. While this is a great mechanic, there is a downside, as you have to spread out your chainsaw until you really need the ammo, as the fuel it uses is very sparse on maps. These features alone can sell the experience for old and new players, and fans of the series will enjoy what this new Doom has to offer. We're moving on to the audio now, and man, composer Mick Gordon has once again outdone himself. Also being the composer for games like the new Killer Instinct, Gordon has developed a soundtrack that not only is inspired by the original, but innovates even further and better in my opinion. Being able to use the original music as a springboard, then allowing Gordon to apply his own unique touch to each of them was a joy to listen to and made me appreciate this soundtrack more as a result. However, if there's one element to make me tilt my head, it was the voiceover work done here. While we have some good casting, everybody just comes off as kind of generic in their performance. I mean, I guess there wasn't a whole lot they could do with these characters, as they don't have a lot of depth to them, aside from, "I'm an evil scientist, fear me," but it still was a little disappointing considering the stories and characters in other recent shooters. Still, the voice work doesn't hurt the game as much as you would think, since you'll be too busy making your way to the next battleground and the next jam session with the music as you slay all around you. Nope, this game has no replay value whatsoever. Don't know why you would think that. Obviously, I'm kidding, people. Doom has multiplayer and plenty of maps, with some more being promised by id in the near future. Aside from that though, there are achievements you can get by completing the campaign and the weapon challenges, so frankly, Doom fans will get their money's worth for this title. Now, like I said, there are kinks to this experience, but frankly, it doesn't hurt the presentation here. This game looks, feels, sounds, and is Doom, and at the end of the day, that's all it needs to do to be a great addition to the series, and to the shooter genre as a whole, which this game has no problem doing in the slightest. The new Doom, I think, has shown the true value of id Software to Bethesda, and has become a solid entry in their library, which is why I have no problem giving this game a solid 8.5 out of 10. And that's going to do it for my review of Doom. If you liked what I had to say, feel free to give this video a like, and leave a comment below and tell me what you thought of the game. Also, consider subscribing to my channel, as I do so much more than just reviews, like my Let's Play content where I cover modern games with my wife Andrea, as well as cover my favorite series of all time, Final Fantasy. But in the meantime, I am Drak, I hope you guys have enjoyed this review, and I look forward to seeing you for the next one.